What's up? Welcome to S'mores Indoors. I'm Corey, and it's been a while since I've been on here. Hope everyone's doing well. Just thought I'd come on tonight, maybe talk a little wrestling. Big show coming up, Royal Rumble, of course, this Saturday night. And got some pickups I've recently got, so I'll show some of that stuff off. But I'm not alone tonight. I also have the man and the myth and the legend work out there. What's up?
What up, homie? How's it going?
What's going on? All right. How you doing?
I'm getting by, surviving these grueling winter months we got going on here. So yeah.
Has it been a decent start to your 2024 so far?
Um yeah, health wise I guess so. And then everything else, no, fuck no. No, no, no.
Hey, and you got an extra day in this year, so look forward to that. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's funny. I was actually looking. I was watching Logan Paul's show, and he had Chris Hansen from the To Catch a Predator on,
Yeah.
and they were talking about. I don't know if you remember this, but the do you remember when the guy that was the host of Cheaters got stabbed? He was like on a boat, and like the guy he was confronting stabbed him on the boat.
No, I don't remember that.
It was funny, but probably not for him. Uh, but for some reason, I was just looking that guy up to see what he's doing now, and he's actually born on February 29th. So that's kind of a wonder what day you choose to celebrate your birthday if you're born on the 29th. You go the
Huh.
28th or you go March 1st. That's always been my question. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's pretty interesting.
yeah, no, well, not really. Who cares? Oh, whatever. Speaking of the Logan Paul show, he had John Cena on too, and I watched that, and it was a pretty interesting interview. So
So we're gonna probably show off some cool shit, and then basically we're stalling for Dan for the wrestling talk because
right.
with New Age wrestling, like the New Age Outlaws, I'm a complete fucking noob. So I have
When
no
did
idea
you
what's going on.
when did you kind of fall out of it? Because I know I've been kind of in tune for the most part since the Attitude Era for a little degree, and obviously not as dedicated as it was then. But when did it kind
Th-
of fall off
This
for you?
is kind of answering your question, but going back a little bit further. So I was in like elementary school. It was like 1995, and my friend got me into it, and he was talking about Shawn Michaels and Diesel and Vader and shit like that. So I
Hmm.
got in '95, and then I watched as much WWF/WWE, WCW, and then ECW all the way until McMahon bought them all. And then probably the last pay per view I think I remember getting, the last two, was the Elimination Chamber in the first one where Michaels had the scuffed cowboy boots on and shit.
Oh,
And
okay.
Saliva was playing at WWE New York, which was pretty cool back in the day. And then I
Yeah.
think the last pay per view I completely got was shit, I can't remember. It was either the SummerSlam with the Elimination Chamber in '03, or it was the JBL WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. I
Oh,
think was
okay.
actually the last pay per view I got, which was '04, maybe.
Uh, that was 21, and we're getting ready to have 40. So 19 years ago, whatever.
Yeah. So, and then the network slowly drew me back in, and then it's only gone to Peacock, and it's way more censored now. But other than that, that's and then I've got highlights of when like I've caught highlights of when like Lesnar beat Undertaker and shit like that. So
Right. Right. Yeah. And the network is a godsend because I wouldn't want to pay I'm not even like a pay per view now. I know UFC is like 70, $80. So um, I'm sure that's what they would be if they were still doing monthly pay per views, and I'm not paying for that shit.
yeah, man. Like if you just get two UFC pay-per-views and two boxing pay-per-views a month, that's like almost $400. Like, which is insane. Like, I'm
Yeah.
a sports fan, don't get me wrong, but fuck that. I'm not paying that shit. Nor do I have the money.
I mean, I watch the UFC pay-per-view live every month, but I don't pay for it. But exactly, Cliff Booth knows what I'm talking about. It's pay for everything these days. That's true. But I'm willing to pay the $5 a month for Peacock for those pay-per-views. I think that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So a lot of talk about Vince out there between Dan and Cliff. And Dan asks if you've ever dumped on a main whale.
Nope, can't say I have. You know.
Well, Vince McMahon wouldn't be proud of you then, apparently.
Oh, he's from Stamford, Connecticut, or Greenwich. So yeah.
All this talk of Vince shitting on people's faces seems odd for the guy that would get pissed off if you sneezed in front of him. It's kind of odd to me.
Hey man, Axel Foley said it, Eddie Murphy said it, and Beverly Hills Cop 2. People get money and they lose their fucking minds.
Apparently. I'm kind of glad he stepped away a little bit because they've got a good thing going now, and I would hate to see all this stuff going on now negatively affect the people working. But I mean, it's going to affect him to some degree. I think just his name tied to that company. But
I saw this random picture of I think it was something like a stock market opening or something like that, and it was like The Rock and Triple H wrestling at like their first show, and then it was like how far we've come, and then they were like, I think they're at like an opening bell or something with the stock market.
Yeah.
Which is insane if you think about it, like way back in the day.
Yeah, I remember when they did that. They had like a ring set out up outside of on Wall Street, and like those fuckers didn't care. I'm gonna give a shit about Kane walking through the New York Stock Exchange.
Kane is always a hype man for anything political that he associates with and shit like that, and it's so funny. I don't know, just because I just view him as Kane, and he's like trying to like rally and stuff, for the party of his choice.
Oh, he had that thing. He was speaking before Trump recently. I wish he would have done his speech with that fucking thing he used to have.
Oh yeah, the voice thing. Yeah. Please vote
great.
Trump.
He should have did a speech in character. That'd have been great. Well, I don't know when Dan's going to show up, but I guess we can start showing some stuff off. I got a decent stack of stuff recently, and I don't know. I'll start off. I don't know if you've heard of this movie, but I've always heard of it, never saw it, but hear good things about it. This movie called Pin.
Definitely heard about it. Haven't seen it.
So I found it for a decent price and grabbed it. It's a Region B release, but I don't think there's a release here in the States. Again, we need Dan for the movie expertise too, but this is like a German release, but it's got English on it. So yeah, I had to pick that up.
It's movies or wrestling. Dan is the expert.
Okay, yeah. Dan's saying it's not on Blue, so happy I got it. All right, we'll go back and forth if you want to go with something you got.
Right. So this one we did on, I think, one of your Patreon shows, and it was the first time I ever saw it, and yeah, X.
Nice.
And yeah, so that was one of the first things that I picked up, and I just saw it in the $5 bin at Walmart, and I was like, all right, well, I could buy it on Blu-ray or 4K, but this is a good way to own this movie, and it's cheap. So, and I was watching like people do like why physical media still matters versus streaming services and shit. So I was like, man, I really need to buy a DVD. So I bought one fucking DVD.
I mean, everyone knows I buy a lot of them, and it's just like if I don't care that much, I'm fine with it. So,
yeah.
Did I miss something? Ben Grimm saying here, rest in peace, Jesse Jane. She die? Now I gotta look it up. Hold on. She died today. Well, that sucks. Remember her from she was in Pirates, right?
Maybe. I'd have to see her face.
Wow. She's one of 2 people that were found dead in this house. Suspected overdose. Interesting. Fentanyl, maybe? Who knows? Okay, she was in Oklahoma now. What's up, Jamie? How are you doing? Dan kept it classy. She'll be proud, I'm sure. All right, I got this. I bought a couple of these. I've never had one of these, so I bought a couple. And this one was a cool one to get, I guess. It's a media book from Germany, and I got, it says Terrifier, but this is actually All Hallows Eve, the anthology movie that Art the Clown was in before Terrifier. So it's got like a little booklet. I'm not going to flip it over because there's nudity in there, but then you get the Blu-ray. So it's cool. Look at this.
Terrifier
Look at this.
1 and 2.
We have a special guest, folks. Jay the Stingray.
Yes.
What's up, guys?
Yes.
What's up, Jay?
Made it. What's up, man?
Jay, what the fuck is going on?
Seems like it's been forever.
Oh, it has, I feel like.
You showing off all your new.
Yeah. You got anything new recently?
I do. I got some stuff for Christmas I haven't shown off yet.
Oh, cool. Yeah, if you want to show some stuff.
Cool.
Go ahead, Orc.
All right, this one I bought because of Jake from Slaughterport, and I bought it on Blu-ray, and then I was like, well, the 4K is only $12 or $11, so I bought it there too. Terrifier
There
2,
you
4K.
Keeping with the theme there.
Yep. Keeping it cheap. Fuck yeah, 'cause I'm a broke ass bitch.
Well, here's the other media book I got. Already had this Blu-ray, but this was kind of a cool looking one. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night media book. So
Germany.
Oh,
yeah. So, and they got a little, kind of like a digibook, but like the cover's padded and it's kind of.
is that like an alternate poster art on there?
I guess so. I don't know who the artist is.
Is that German or something?
Yeah. So
Oh, cool.
got a good deal on those. So.
Du hast mich.
Du hast mich. Fire.
You got one, Jay, or you?
Oh, I can go grab them.
Go grab him, Jay. Bang, bang.
All right, go ahead, Ort.
This one I got for 3 titties. And
Oh, nice.
Total Recall.
Thank you for the code on that too.
No problem.
I had that one for some reason. At times I needed cash, and I think I sold it off. But yeah,
One of the few that came with the 4K, the regular Blu-ray, and the digital code. So I like releases that still do that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the ones that are 4K only. Really.
Yeah, when it's just like a special edition and it's like $50 or something, or no matter how great it is, or it's like just the 4K with the digital code, or just the 4K, I'm just like, and it could be like a price range from anywhere from like 30 to 50 around there. I'm just like, this is kind of shitty.
Yeah. Well, my next one is a movie that I've definitely heard about, never seen it again. This one's from 88 Films, and it's a Region B as well. But it's Untold Story. So Dan talks a lot about that one too, and I know it has a big reputation. The Hong Kong, I guess it's Hong Kong Cat 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dan. But yeah, kind of a legendary movie over there. So maybe we'll do a commentary on that sometime. I don't know.
Dan's big update will be coming soon, so spoiler for anyone.
Yeah, that'll be 6.5 hours long, usually. I think.
I can watch it and then I can go to bed and leave it on, and it'll still be playing when I wake up.
I did that one night. I was like, God, is he ever going to stop? I need to sleep. So,
Yeah. The Hat Man. Speaking of
All right.
Dan, like, I think Dan's the one who recommended this to me. Midnight Blue. This is basically just like a bunch of old cable access stuff
Oh, nice.
from New York. And I sent him a clip, or I had a clip on somewhere, and he told me where it came from. So finally pulled the trigger on that. Just a DVD, but got that with some Christmas Amazon gift cards.
I like shit like that. That's kind of obscure, and
I want to put it on a drive somewhere so I can like actually watch it and not have to be. I don't know. I've gotten lazy. I like streaming just because of it's easy, you know.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I get that.
I'll take my shit and put it streaming and just stream my own stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. I'm just like, oh man, I have to unwrap this fucking 4K.
I gotta get up and go put it in there. Come on, it's
And then I have to
only
get up
$2
again
on
and
Amazon.
take the disc out, put it back in the fucking. Fuck
You know
that.
what? You know what you could do? You could get you a 25-foot HDMI cord and just set the Blu-ray player right beside you.
That's true.
Just have a stack of shit beside you and a Blu-ray player.
Fat ass.
All right, Oric, what do you got next?
This one was a blind buy, and I've seen the other three. I like them all, but Expendables for 4K.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
And so that was probably like $20 wasted, but you know, fuck it.
Didn't like it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
I buy movies, I don't watch them.
Oh, yeah, same here. Yeah, speaking of that,
I'll buy Expendables 4 and then I'll watch Bloodsucking Freaks.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go buy a bunch of shit. I'm like, I guess I'll watch Terminator again. You know?
It's on Tubi.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, speaking of buying movies, and I watched them, I got a box of like 12 of them here, I think. And I don't know if Dan got this yet or not. I know he had an issue with it, but I got the Coffin Joe Arrow box set. So, never seen any of those. Always, obviously, I've heard of them and their reputation, but want to find some time and kind of dive into that. That was supposed to be a birthday gift to me, and it was 2 months late. Like, you don't have to get me anything else. Just I'll wait for it. So
it doesn't count towards the next year.
Yeah, no. Might not be alive for the next birthday.
Yeah, I know.
You got another one, Jay?
Oh, sure. This is a record, as we used to call them. This is a theme from King Kong and other movie greats from the Birchwood Pop Orchestra. Just some.
Wow.
My sister-in-law just finds all this stuff and gives it to me. And I got The Lost World on Laserdisc.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
I see all these.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
There's a decent amount of people who shit on that movie. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the movie itself, but I would like a player one day, a Laserdisc player. That would be cool.
I kind of would too, but I don't know if I have a TV that I could hook it up to.
That's true. 'Cause it's
So
just AV cables, I would assume.
yeah, or S video maybe. I don't know if there were ever any late Laserdisc players that had HDMI or not.
It may have been because I mean it was really popular in Japan up until I don't know. It wasn't even discontinued until just like 10 years ago. They
Yeah,
were still
maybe,
using them.
maybe so.
I think it really kind of took off over there as a format.
Yeah, I remember I had a friend in high school. I bought one from him and a few discs, and then the video store we had in town was like selling them real cheap, and I bought a bunch then, and then like an idiot, sold that shit off, and wish I still had it, but
Yeah, I wish I had gotten in when they were actually like reasonably priced.
yeah,
I mean, a player is probably $500 now. I haven't priced them or anything.
yeah, they're not cheap.
Ridiculous.
I'll go one more real quick, work, since I still got a stack here. I picked this up. I started watching this show back when it was on, and I don't think I ever got through it all. It was an HBO show, Treme, about New Orleans post Katrina, and really good show. It's by the guy that did The Wire.
Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out because
Yeah.
I've never seen it either.
Yeah, it's a good one. From this, I think I've seen like at least the first 2 seasons of it. There's 4 seasons, so
Man, I was watching an episode of Sopranos today, like season 3. And fucking Omar's in that too. Omar's in like every HBO drama. I mean, until he died, Michael Kenneth Williams or whatever his name is.
oh yeah. Huh. But yeah, definitely give it a shot. It's pretty good. So John Goodman's in the first season of it. So
Oh, okay. Is he fat? Was he still fat?
yeah, kind of.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, fat
Just
John.
like our
Goodman.
John Goodman's fat.
All right, Orc.
All right, this next one. I think my TV is like 50 inches, but I'll probably watch it on a 16-inch laptop screen because I'm special. But it's an Oppenheimer, so yeah, with the extra disc.
That was a good one. I finally watched it.
Did you?
And,
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 2 epics that I need to sit through and watch, and I know I'll love every fucking second of them. And it's Oppenheimer and Napoleon. Those are like the 2
That's what
ones.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I watched that one too. Oppenheimer to me is definitely better, but
It was really a shit year for movies. I mean, as far as like big releases go, because it's like Barbie and Oppenheimer, and I guess Napoleon at the end of the year.
yeah. I can't think of any other like big ones other than I guess there was some superhero crap. I'm sure.
I was really happy to see that Comcast, which owns Universal, they became the biggest movie company in theaters. Universal overtook Disney in terms of
Good.
money made at the box office.
Oh, good. You got another one, Jay?
Let's see. It's got a bunch of weird stuff here. I don't know what this is. I was hoping maybe Dan will be on here to tell me, but I think he may be in the comments. This is personalized and autographed by An Evening with Unknown Henson. I have no idea what any of that is, but it looks cool.
Never heard of it. Dan's got 3
And it's to
copies
Michael.
of it.
It's to Michael up here. So
There you go. Dan
anyway,
Blues.
if it's a piece of shit not worth anything, it's still a nice frame. So I can put something else in that frame.
I'm waiting here to see if he says something.
Like, oh, 1962.
Underrated movie. You stumped him. Shit. I guess. All right. Well, we'll see if he comments. I know he's going to comment on this because I'm an idiot, and I bought this fucking thing. But I watched some of it. It was kind of funny, actually. The Amityville vibrator.
Oh,
It's okay. It's got his chicken at Mallory Maneater, so. Well, she actually looks better in that than those pictures he pulled up for those tournaments. So I'll say that.
oh, did you guys do a tribute to Jesse Jane tonight yet?
I didn't know until Ben mentioned it. I didn't know anything
Yeah.
happened to her. So
Yeah, I know. Hayden's gonna go do a watch of Pirates tonight in her honor. So
well, I'm glad I sent him a bootleg of it. So
I don't know, man. I always thought she was weird looking.
I mean, she's kind of fakey looking for sure.
Yeah.
Unknown Henson, Dan. Any comments on that?
Is that what it is? Yeah, Unknown Henson. No idea. No idea what it even is. Oh, live in concert. So
Oh, live in concert. Is it a band? Maybe?
what in the hell could that even be? This guy liked it though. He got it framed.
Yeah.
He's probably not alive anymore.
I know he died and they gave his shit away.
Yeah.
Unknown Jim Henson. It's a Muppet. It's worth like fucking $500,000. Just surprisingly, you end up on Pawn Stars. The best I can do is 5 cents.
Best I can do. $20.
The Declaration of Independence. I don't know. I think $40. That's 2 Jeffersons.
I'm sure Dan's a fan of this too. I don't know why. I always buy this Nazi exploitation shit. So I'm Gestapo's Last Orgy. Whatever. I watched part of that, and that's whatever.
Is it Triple X?
I don't think so. I think it's more softcore, if anything. But all right, Dork.
All right, this one I started to watch, but I've never actually seen. Been through some shit like everybody has in their life. Train to Busan.
Okay.
Good movie.
Here you go, Ben's comment. I love that you bought something you had no idea what it is.
Who's he talking about? Me or you?
I think you.
No, I was a present. That was a gift. I didn't buy that.
Oh, okay. I'd like to see you open that though. You're like,
hey, this shit's weird. Let's just
right.
give it to Jay. Fuck it.
Well, yeah, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. I mean,
and my name's Michael.
you know, I like stuff like that. You know, it's she's giving me all kinds of weird stuff. I've got more downstairs I can show off some point. That I don't even know how it works. It does something in movies. You know.
No one knows this, but Jay has a double car garage filled with horror memorabilia.
Yeah, I mean, none of it's worth anything. I do have a lot of stuff. Bunch of crap.
I didn't know if you did or not. I was just making some shit up.
I just don't have the room. I just
I
simply
know.
don't have the room.
Who does? I mean,
Send me those UV codes, balls.
I'll tell you what I got though.
Uh-oh.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got three.
You ready for a tournament there?
Yeah.
Coming soon. Social media friends tournament.
Oh shit! One fell over. Fuck.
One fell over.
Well, next one I pick up is this zombie classic Flesh Eater. So, gotta have that in your collection.
It's Bill Heinzman. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. He's like one of the guys from Night of the Living Dead, right?
Yeah, the zombie or the cemetery zombie in the beginning. Yeah. So,
He's got to be dead, right?
yeah, he died several years ago. I can't remember when.
So he was big on the convention circuit for a while.
Mm-hmm. All right, one of you guys got something?
For my last 2 big releases, I'll just show this off real quick. Movie I've never seen before in my life. Saw.
Oh,
4K.
shit.
You've never seen Saw? Really?
No, I'm seeing Saw. I'm just fucking around.
See, okay. Sorry. Totally escaped me.
Oh, Ben, that's going to be awesome to go through. He's got a box of unlabeled VHS they recorded.
That's the best.
Yeah. I still look for that shit when I'm out at Goodwills and shit, but it's hard to find.
Goodwills are not supposed to take it if it's like personal, like if it's like a home video or something. They're not, but
Okay.
from what I've been told, because I've always looked for that stuff there. Because I've been trying to find some homemade porn, and man, I've been through 200 tapes, never found any.
Mhm.
Found a bunch of home movies and stuff, but nothing cool.
That's too bad. I think
Because you
I don't
know, any nerd that goes out and buys a video camera is gonna. I mean, they're gonna, film.
hell yeah.
I mean, back then, that was like buying a car or some shit.
Yeah. That's what's his name from Hogan's Heroes? I love that movie. What the fuck is it? Autofocus. You ever seen
Is that good? Yeah,
I
Greg
like it a
Kinnear,
lot.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, it's good.
check that out. He was a weird guy, right?
Yeah. Him and it's got Willem Dafoe in it too.
Oh, cool.
Speaking of weird guys. Picked up Devil Rider. Watched the trailer. It looked pretty good, so grab that. I got like 5 more. I'll fly through them. Killer Party. Loved that when I was young. So I had a DVD of it, but I got that for cheap. This haunted Turkish bathhouse looked kind of wild.
What language is that?
It's Japanese, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Japan.
That sounds interesting.
1975. I had a DVD of this and upgraded Saint Maud. 4K of Get Out. And my last one.
I've only seen Us out of all of his movies.
That's probably the worst of the 3.
He's only done 3. Us. What was the Nope and then
Nope,
Get
and
Out? That's
Get
it?
Out, yeah. He was producer on Candyman. What's up, Adam? And the last one I got is Men. Have you seen Men?
No, I have not.
It's kind of weird, but I thought it was decent. So, that's all I got recently. Like I said, I was telling Orc, I guess I show Talking Michael Jordan from Space Jam. I got that for Christmas. I don't think I've done a show since before Christmas. So
I got 2 more, and then gonna go take a leak.
It is a good one. All right, go for it.
Did Jay say where it was going, or did he just AFK for a sec?
I think it just bounced for a minute.
Okay, this one was partly due to you, and because a bunch of other shit that I wanted was out of stock. So Suspiria Synapse on 4K.
Did you get to at least pop that in and check it out yet?
I have not, because I've been watching sports nonstop, and I'm currently watching tennis as we're doing this. And this whole weekend's going to be wrestling, football, and tennis, and maybe some basketball and hockey. So Suspiria 4K.
Is that what you're watching?
What's up?
The Australian Open.
Fuck yeah, Aussie. Oi.
He's
And
watching
then
pickleball now. So.
they live on 4K. Scream Factory.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That's all my pickups.
So many of these I need to get, man. It's just like, I mean, I would probably buy it and just look at the case. You know, like I've owned that movie so many different ways. Like,
It's like how many times do you own it, and then if you don't buy it immediately, it either goes out of print and then the price goes up, or like there's just so many you have to buy. You're just like,
but if you
it's
buy it immediately, it's never going to sell out, and it's going to go on sale in like 2 months.
and it's weird with video game collectors. It's like they never pre-order fucking anything, and then like movie collectors, regardless of whatever the format is, they pre-order everything. Like they're like, oh man, it's fucking Jackie Chan collection, $500 pre-order, out of stock.
I know somebody who would buy that.
That's the Spirit Watch Along is a classic. I don't know what you're talking about. Awful. Made me want to shoot myself. But
Yeah.
all right, we kind of went through our stuff, Jay. If you got some more.
Okay, I got a Super 8 of The Greatest Show on Earth,
Well, you got the most random.
Paramount. Yeah, it's like, I mean, she like cleans out people's houses and shit, and they have like a flea market and stuff. So
Oh, shit,
like, it really is like people die, and they're like, "Hey, come clean out my mom's house," and
I'd love
nobody
to
wants
do
to do
that.
that, so she gives it to me. And I got I believe this is 16 millimeter of. I don't even know what the hell this is. This may be some porn on this, so
Oh,
have to check that
that
out.
might be from Bob Crane's collection.
I'll be right back.
All right.
And the last thing I got here, I actually forgot I had this. This was another gift, another Christmas gift, like it's a flower pot, I think. But it's
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's got a lot of detail on it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. But
Yeah,
she could probably use it for anything, though.
That's probably a hard thing to find now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I've got these. I was actually down in Mississippi one time, down on the beach, and I always hit the Goodwills and shit down there. And I found like all these Universal Monsters, like candles, and
wow.
bought them up. I just use them to kind of decorate Halloween time, but yeah.
Yeah, you could find some odd stuff, man. I saw somebody. It was like a new 4K, like a Vinegar Syndrome or something, like an odd, release, a boutique label that they got at a Goodwill. It's like, man,
Yeah, that's always like the goal when I hit those. Is like, am I going to find a stack of Scream Factory movies or something? But hasn't really happened. The same way with like a pawn shop. I feel like I'm gonna walk in a pawn shop and there's gonna be. I did find like a lot of good shit. It was mainly DVD stuff at one in St. Louis one time, but that was.
It's
like
usually
the only
like
time.
just all the mainstream, the big releases that is worth absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
they have it.
I used to have this pawn shop kind of local to me, and it was kind of a honey hole to go to because someone would always dump like old Anchor Bay horror stuff in there and all kind of rare shit. And then the fucking place burned down.
Oh wow!
I was like pissed off.
Damn.
So and they didn't rebuild or anything. So kind of sucked.
And they must have taken something that they shouldn't have.
I don't know what happened. I just read about it online, and then they were having a hard ass time to like because they had a bunch of people's shit they pawned. So
oh wow!
Then they were just having to pay those people off basically because they lost their shit.
Yeah. So that's like consignment or something.
Maybe yeah, basically you can go in there and sell, or you get a loan against your stuff. So, yeah, I don't know how they handled all that shit, but apparently it was bad enough to where they couldn't salvage people's shit that they got loans on.
Yeah, smoke damage.
Yeah. So, Well, I thought Dan was going to be in here to talk some Rumble, but I guess not. Give him a minute. See if he comments or whatever. If not, we'll shut it down. I'm actually going to I think I'm going to go do a video next week. David Emge from Dawn of the Dead just died. And he was funeral and was buried in the next town over. So I might go do a little video at find his grave and do a little video there. So
yeah, that would be great.
I think it'd be awesome if he did a s'mores retrospective on Alan Hayden. I still got some Hayden clips and Al clips, but Al's a touchy one. You don't want to bring him up. He might show back up again. So
he's around, I'm sure. So yeah.
Oh,
careful what you wish for, Adam.
Exactly. Out of respect to people that he messed with, I'll let that one lie. But I would watch it. So.
Oh, I would too.
Not gonna lie. All right. Well, I guess Dan's not gonna show. I'll give my Rumble thoughts. I think CM Punk will win. I heard an interesting theory though, and I don't think you follow wrestling much, do you, Jay?
Not really.
I was watching Eric Bischoff today, his podcast, or a clip from it, and they were talking about, Roman Reigns has got this match. It's like a 4-way match at the Rumble for the title. So technically he could lose the title without being pinned. And I don't think that's going to happen, but it doesn't open an interesting thing because they had The Rock on there recently.
Right.
So that would open up a match between him and The Rock that isn't for a title. And then if Randy Orton won that match, there's some history with Randy and Cody. And then they could still do Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So they could have 3 kind of main events out of that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So
The Rock is definitely coming back, right? He owns some of WWE.
He's on the board of directors now. Okay. And he was on Raw or SmackDown, I think, a couple weeks ago. So
yeah,
I don't know.
He's got to fight Roman Reigns at some point.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking, and that would open that up. So he's not going to win a title if he did have a match with him. So, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think it'll still be probably Cody Rhodes faces Roman again. But
I'm tired of that.
Yeah,
I don't even follow it that closely,
Did see the new lawsuit out on Vince. It's kind of interesting. These stories told on that.
Who would have expected all the poop talk or the poop?
That's what I said. There's always been stories about him. He would get pissed off if you sneezed in front of him. I didn't picture him just dropping loads on people's face.
He's gonna puke.
So, kind of answers my question if I think Brock Lesnar is going to show up at the Rumble. Probably not after that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to probably steer clear of him for a while. If not forever.
Brock, let me shit in your mouth. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
It's yeah. I guess you run out of stuff to do. You run out of normal things to do with women, and it's like, I'll try it. I would not personally, but I can see people that you reach that. I've had sex with like 12 women at one time. Where do I go from here?
I don't like someone being in the room next to the bathroom when I'm taking a shit. So there's no way I'm just ass over their face.
I think that's a perfectly normal reaction to have.
So yeah, it's interesting. I'm not even down with the P stuff, Cliff. I don't know.
I mean, if I had to choose, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like I'd rather step on dog piss than dog shit. So I guess
Yeah.
that if I had to step on one barefoot, I'd rather be dog piss than dog shit. Here comes Dan. So we'll wait here.
Hatman.
Hatman collection update. Exceeding the 12-hour YouTube
Yeah.
time limit. This next DVD I got. Good.
It's all new. It's all stuff he hasn't shown before. Like, how?
He shouldn't have this face, but he does.
Yeah, he's like,
People need to contact Dan to how to organize their collections.
I gotta tell you, man, we're in talks to do something sometime soon. So maybe I'll be in Atlanta and I can. So we got to see this collection. Like, I want to see it personally. But
I want to see Jay and Dan in a strip club with the Yin Yang twins going, hey.
Not me. I'd be throwing pennies at them.
My brother used to say, making it hail, throwing fucking coins.
Make it hail, yeah.
I hit my parlay at work.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one bill down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What app are you using for that?
DraftKings.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. I had them all at once. But
I tried to do this video, and it's like, right now, if you put on 5 on DraftKings and FanDuel, both of those you get 150 for free. And then BetMGM to compete with those, you put on 5, you get 158. So if you can not go full mentally challenge, you can you
get a bunch of free bets on BetESPN too. I just used them all until I got the free bets and ran out of money on those, and then got rid of them all but one. But I won some money on those free bets. So
yep.
That's awesome. I bet on Michigan to beat Alabama, so not real money, but I still bet it.
Yeah.
On the VR poker thing.
I think I had bet on Alabama for that, so I lost a little bit.
Just like, I fucking hate Alabama so much, so I'll just bet against them.
I do too, but I figured Michigan seems to choke every year.
Yeah,
not this year, surprisingly.
And it puts Saban into retirement. Hell yeah!
No, both Harbaugh's in the NFL.
You believe it doesn't look like Belichick's going to get a job? I'm kind of shocked about that.
I don't even know why he's looking.
He's trying to get those 15 wins to have the record, I think. But as the Falcons hired Raheem Morris.
That's stupid. Somebody not hiring Belichick.
Well, like him or not, I know a lot of people hate him. There were apparently there are only 2 teams interested in Tom Brady when he was a free agent, and no one gave a trade offer for Lamar Jackson when he was looking for a trade last year.
That's a shame.
So, yeah, that's stupidity.
There's this thing I saw on Instagram or X, and it was like this upcoming conference championship games, NFC and AFC. It said Lamar Jackson will make $79 million in a single year, and Brock Purdy will make $796,000.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you about this work. I'm glad you brought up Brock Purdy. Do you think that if he loses to the Lions or the Super Bowl, that they'll go after Kirk Cousins? Because that's the talk.
I think so because Kirk Cousins is a way better quarterback. I think Purdy just has a better team around him, even though Kirk Cousins has Justin Jefferson. So that's what I think will actually happen. But like I see something happening in the NFL where it's like you had Joe Montana, you had Steve Young, both amazing quarterbacks. Montana was obviously better, but and Young took over a stacked team already. But I don't see Purdy doing that, kind of like how Brett Favre was the GOAT, and then it was Aaron Rodgers for a while. And I think Jordan Love can do that in Green Bay if he
Yeah.
gets a few more people around him. I don't think Brock Purdy has that though for San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't Aaron Rodgers take like one snap and made like $13 million off of it or some crazy shit like that? God.
For the Jets.
Now he's just like,
They suck
oh, I'm
again.
anti-vax still, and I'm still going to talk about it all the time.
What's your stance on masturbation? You do it? What's your stance when you do it?
Power stance.
Wide legs?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Got to get rid of that mustache, man. What is that?
All right, Dan. I don't know if you heard what I was talking about with the Rumble. Did you see the
I had
Okay.
you on mute because
Okay.
like today's been insane because like every wrestling person I've known, it's either it's actually less Rumble and more Vince taking greasy shits on people's heads, but that's I swear today's been like nothing like that. I wake up, it's like he shit on his head, and I'm like, what is that? I've got like 38 messages just talking
Dan's
about
taking a shit while reading about shits on his iPhone.
Yeah, earlier
being filmed.
He just
I
got
think like yesterday I was
for shit.
I think like yesterday I was thinking maybe Lesnar will be a surprise in the Rumble. I'm thinking maybe not now.
Yeah, I don't know now. Here's how you do it. You have his music hit. He comes out, just starts doing this Brock thing, suplexing the shit out of everyone. Then Sable's music hits. And she just comes out and just starts like fucking beating on him. And he just has no choice but to cover up and take it.
I was thinking
Eliminates
maybe his music hits and then Nia Jax comes out and shits on his face right in the aisle.
My hole, and then she just unloads on it.
what I was gonna say is, and I was talking about this. I don't think this is gonna happen at all, but it was interesting to think about.
Yeah.
I was watching this clip of Eric Bischoff today, and they were talking about, Roman's got that 4-way match.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
in theory, he could lose the title without being pinned in that match.
That would be dumb, though. You can't do that.
Well, like I was saying, I don't think this is happening, but that opens him up for a match with The Rock. If Orton won the title in that match, him and Cody have a little history there, and then you still do Punk and Rollins.
I hear you. The problem is they've set it up so somebody can just be so fucking made by going in and being the guy to slay Roman and take that belt off of him.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it could happen, but I don't see them. The big story is somebody beating him for the belt at Mania.
Yeah.
Which might not happen. I mean, there's so many different storylines in place right now that hey, I could be super excited for Cody and CM Punk after that promo they did.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even if it weren't for a belt, Drew Punk had me excited. Seth Punk has me excited. Gunther versus anybody has me excited. That guy's amazing. And apparently he's moved up in for whatever it means, just I guess the Vegas odds and whatnot for winning it. So I don't know.
Who's he gonna face at WrestleMania?
I mean, Brock has been that rumored dream match. I don't know. I haven't read all 67 pages it doesn't sound like there's anything legally that they could do to Brock anyways.
I just think they're
Uh,
going to steer clear of him with him being named in that, though.
Yeah, that I don't know. They could be like, let's wait, like you said. There's those rumors about Big E since Imperium's been doing the storyline with New Day. I mean, it's been over a year and a half. If he's gonna
Yeah.
come back, you got to assume it's gonna be sooner rather than later. It's possible. Okada, I mean, fuck, Gunther Okada is a classic if they do that. But I don't know. It's a lot of possibilities. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, so that makes the Rumble exciting for me this year.
Yeah.
Even more so. So, yeah, I don't know. Vince won't be in it. That I will call
That's
right
true.
now. That will be one surprise entrant that will not be in it. Can you believe he named dildos after pro wrestlers? Like, I don't know. That's kind of like, all right. Yeah, no, you've been really naughty. There's the Omos up there. I mean, like, what do you do? That's pretty wild stuff.
Give me that Nikolai Volkov.
I want an all-American. It's funny, Volkov was actually Sicilian. It wasn't even Russian. That was all bullshit. All lies, Orc.
Oh, fucking lies.
That's the beauty of wrestling. I mean, like, Muhammad Hassan was Italian.
Yeah.
No.
He
That's
was
what
an
I
Italian-
love about it, I think.
He was an Italian dude named Mark Copani. I was watching a video of like short-lived WWE storylines that even they knew they had to Even they knew they had to
Crush 'em.
counter. Crush them. Do you remember one vignette when they were going to debut Hirohito, and he was going to be the great, I don't know, great grandson of Emperor Hirohito, and he was going to get revenge on all Americans because of Hiroshima. That was like what they were going to do. Canceled it after one day after people were losing their shit, and that guy ended up becoming Kenzo Suzuki, but he was originally going to be Hirohito. Not ancient history. I mean, this is all in the last 20 years.
I always feel like the Muhammad Hassan character was just bad luck because that character was red hot.
Yeah, people wanted to jump the rail and beat his ass. So
I love that stuff, but I get it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like right now having like I don't know, you bring in like a Palestinian heel to feud with MJF. Like, it's just probably not going to go over well. I don't know. Some things are just a little too hot. I wish that they would be bold and just do it, but
You know they've workshopped that, or at least mentioned it, you know.
yeah.
I mean, the greatest one of all time was WrestleMania 12. They wanted to do Piper versus OJ and have Ron Goldman's dad there, like ringside. How is that going to work? Someone's legitimately going to die.
I've had people all day like talking about Vince McMahon. He's like, there's no way any like 80-year-old man would do that. And I'm like, Vince is no ordinary 80-year-old man.
No.
I can see Vince being a creep and shitting on people. Like, I can totally see it. But man, was that story gross. An hour and a half before she could shower. That is insane.
Yeah.
How do you find two people into that? Like, did he just like with his physical therapist, like, you know what'll be fun, pal? Let's take a big greasy shit on someone.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to broach. You know, like, one of you guys come to me and it's like, let's shit on somebody. I'm gonna say you need to talk to a therapist. I'm not shitting on anybody.
All right, brother, take a look at my sciatica. By the way, you know,
You see that nurse over there? Let's just shit on her. I don't know. Maybe you're into that, Orc. You're laughing there. I feel like you might want to shit on somebody's head.
I'm just laughing because I'm retarded. I laugh a lot at myself.
Hopefully it's me, not you.
When you're on so many meds, you have to laugh just at nothing completely. That's why I don't attend things like funerals ever. So yeah.
I've got this image of you just opening up one of the chats and just seeing like some meme and just losing your shit. Just right.
I was the kid that there was the funny kid and everyone had in class, and then he'd always make people laugh for like at really inappropriate parts. And I was
Yeah.
always the person who was laughing at him, and I was good friends with him. That's like my story throughout going through grade school. You'd be like, "Oh, Orc, don't laugh."
Orc
And
was
I'd be
really-
like,
tell me not to
"Little-"
laugh. I'm gonna laugh. That's on you.
I mean, Orc was really excited when you were talking about the Hirohito character. I mean,
related to the Orient, you know. So how great Asa Akira and Ray Little Black were. You know, they're amazing performers. You know.
There you go. Stealing our seed.
Yep. That's
They're getting revenge.
and holy shit, I could have the amount of seed I could have stored in them would have been like another Pearl Harbor attack on Hawaii. But yeah.
Fill them up, seal them shut.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting weekend. I'm curious if they add one more match, but
Aren't you pumped for tennis, Dan?
I could give two shits about baseball. Or they hit a ball back and forth with a
You
racket.
posted that. Like, if they win the entire thing, they get like $600,000. That's retarded.
If they make the final four, they get like $650K for
I
being
mean,
the
that's
final four.
nothing as far as professional sports are
If you
concerned.
make the finals and you lose, you get 1.1 million.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a lot to pay somebody to just hit a fucking ball back and forth with the goddamn stick.
That's sports, Dan. That's most
Yeah.
of sports.
Does anybody even get shit on? I don't consider that.
Yeah, I
real
mean, come on.
sports.
Well, right now, you know,
Uh,
not looking good, boys. Not looking good.
We got to throw 300-pound men over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. That's cooler shit than tennis work. I hope you're watching the Rumble.
I'm watching the Rumble. Yes, my schedule is
Yeah.
completely fucked until Monday, so
There you go.
I'm gonna
Maybe
do
we-
errands and then just watch just so much sports until my fucking head explodes. Because I watched Bloodsucking Freaks, the classic. You know, the Dan
You did.
Shine recommendation.
You did.
Yeah.
It
And
took you like 7 years.
Yeah,
there you go.
no, longer than that. Come on now.
You could do a whole series on just watching classic movies for the first time.
I pulled the Ben Grimm. I went on Tubi. You know, I was like, oh look, it's here. It's all
There you
here.
go. The butt dart scene is legendary.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I love Bloodsucking Freaks. I'm glad you at least liked it. You probably didn't love it as much as me, but at least you had a
Yeah,
good.
it was you know, it was like a Martyrs from like the 1970s.
I don't think it was as dark as Martyrs, though. I mean, there were worse things that happened in Martyrs. I mean,
Like the film being made. Ah, shit.
I was waiting for it.
Oh,
you got to watch Terra Firmer next for a trauma movie. Cliff, you haven't watched Bloodsucking Freaks, man. You need to get on that.
Wow, what a noob.
Get the 4K.
Speaking of Tubi, you probably after the WWE Raw deal, Tubi may be the new home for AEW next year. Who knows?
Oh shit!
They're
We have-
growing, man. People like Zuby a lot.
Yeah, they do. It's like the go-to. I hope it never changes though, where it goes too mainstream and then you lose all the weird shit on there. That would be my fear. Because I mean, you can watch erotic thrillers on there. You can watch all sorts
yeah.
of obscure '90s stuff.
I don't think Fox News Corp cares though, because they make so much money off of it. So
Yeah,
that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
yeah. I hope they leave it alone.
Yeah, so much obscure stuff is on there. Like if I was 15, like that would have been a wet dream, man. Like
Yeah, yeah.
all this
It-
stuff I had to, track down and pay lots of money for is just streaming on there.
Yeah, yeah, it's good for people that aren't really collecting physical media to at least have an avenue to discover the films. So, Cliff mentions this. You mentioned that I think on our Discord, Cliff, which I always don't know what I'm doing. I feel like if I download something like that, I'm gonna have some issue with my computer.
So you have to have Firefox, and then you want uBlock Origins or uBlock Origin, and that's the best way to get around shit. But some sites, like if you, I don't know, let's say you're happen to watch Twitch, it won't block that shit. A lot of people have AdBlock Plus or shittier ad blockers, and they're like, it doesn't work, and I'm like, well, that's why it doesn't work. Okay.
It wouldn't work for me. I watch that shit on my TV anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I watch everything on my TV as well. I don't know if there's some way to get it on that. I mean, you're hooked to the internet, I suppose, but I don't know how you would
You just
even
hook your TV up to the computer. Most computers have HDMI ports on them now.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's true.
All right, well, that's about all I had to talk about live here. Thank everybody that hung out. Like I said, I think next week I'm gonna go try to find. I'll try to find David Emge's grave and do a little video out there.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll actually be on Dead Pit Saturday night for the WrestleManiacs return.
There you go.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to that. Dan, you got anything coming up?
Sunday there's like 50 things. Some of it's pre-recorded, but I believe Squared Circle Society the Sunday after the Rumble. There'll be that at the very least, and yeah, Flesh Wound features, and we'll talk about all the Vince McMahon scat stuff as well.
Oh, Jay, you've been MIA for a while.
I got nothing, but I mean, you can go check out the movie discussion Pocket Dimension. We are doing stuff over there again. So
Nice.
every Tuesday we try to do a video.
Sweet.
And while everyone's doing that, Work will be watching sports and drinking his crush. So
And jerking off to Bella Danger in honor of her greatness. Yeah.
All at the same time.
Yep. Literally, as long as you don't look at the guy while you're, jerking it to the chick, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's hard though, because sometimes you have the audio still playing, and you're like, "Oh fuck!" You're like,
you get that under the legs like butthole shot, and it just ruins everything.
You know the best part about porn these days, though, at least they usually stay on the girl. I remember back in the day, like you'd be doing your thing, and then you'd go to close up to the dude's face. I'm like, get off! Get off the screen.
Nobody cares what he's
They
doing.
go all the way around, and you see his ass cheeks bare naked.
Yeah. No.
Just a hairy ass.
It's right as you're about to bust, dude.
Right, exactly.
You just
somehow always end this on porn. So with that, I'll just say rest in peace, Jesse Jane, and we'll see y'all later.